Cool. Good to know.
Hello
Just
and
like
welcome
me.
back to Dead in Denver, a
Well,
session. I don't
hi.
remember what number we're on. I
24.
think this is number 5.
Hello.
Yeah, so hello everybody. Hello brothers and bells.
Hi.
Well, hi.
I'm just gonna keep saying it.
Yeah. So, we've already given out some of the starting gold, but we have our warm-up activity to do. I've told the players beforehand, and I'll say it for the on record as well. I'm doing something a little bit different this week. Instead of asking them questions, I'm going to ask for a fact. Just a fact from the characters. It can be a important fact or a very minor fact. It could be that they're allergic to cheese or that they like the color blue or anything in between. So, who wants to do their fact first?
I will.
Okay,
Just
Ben,
kidding,
you
he
got
will.
it. You got it. You got
He
it.
will.
You got it. I'll go second. It's fine.
This man will.
No.
Ben,
Ben.
what is Rose's fact?
Heck. Rose's fact is that she's proficient at killing buffalo with a bow and arrow.
All right.
Wow.
Wow.
Also on
Wow.
record, the players
wow,
are
hi.
welcome to ask questions about the facts that come up if they so wish. It's not necessary, but if you have like more questions about it, you can feel free to ask.
Is it specifically buffalo, or is buffalo just an example?
Me? Or like,
Yes.
is she good at killing lots of things, but buffalo is an example? Or
Yeah.
no, she's just good at killing buffalo.
So nothing else but buffalo.
Well, I mean, she can kill other things too, but buffalo is what
Just
she's best at, probably.
Like
I think.
people?
What?
Like
What?
people.
Just kidding.
Oh, no,
Particularly experienced in killing people?
no, she's definitely better at killing buffalo than she is at killing people.
Yeah, it was just a question.
Is our theme buffalo facts?
Fun fact. Buffalo are
Okay.
big.
Oh.
Anyways, next up, Ethan, you said you wanted to go next?
Yep. Howie likes to wear his socks upside down.
Hey, what?
You mean
Like, you know,
inside
they have a
out?
sock on and they have the ankle part. He likes the ankle part on the top of his ankle.
Oh.
I don't like that.
Why?
How
He
is
just likes the way it
psychopath?
feels.
I don't like that.
He
Okay.
likes it being tighter at the bottom than at the top.
What the fuck?
It keeps it in his
Guys.
boots better.
I already love these facts more than the questions.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's kind of messed up, dude. No, for real. No, for real. For real.
That's kind of fucked up. You just can't do that. You can't just say that.
Gives me the. How could you say something so brave, but so controversial?
Who wants to go
Ethan,
next?
is that how you wear your socks?
I
Please
refuse to
tell me
answer
more.
the question.
Oh my god. We can't be friends anymore.
Brenna, you want to go next?
Sure. I can go more serious route. Before Joe had to leave to. Oh, are we supposed to tell this in our?
If you want
character?
to.
No, you could do out of character. We're
I'll
not
do out
in
of
character yet.
Cool. Before Joe had to leave Hope's Landing, she and her husband Isaiah were thinking about trying to have a baby. But then she had to leave, and it all screwed up. So
Screwed up.
I have a question. Did you have baby
Yeah.
names decided?
no.
Damn.
Hope.
I
Josiah.
have
Were
a
you really
question.
trying then?
They were. I said they were thinking about it. They weren't actually trying yet.
I
They
have
were
a
discussing
question.
It. Yes.
What would Joe prefer, a boy or a girl?
A little boy first, and then
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
a girl.
You gotta get that birth right.
Exactly. That firstborn
had-
established.
No, she had brothers growing up, older brothers.
All right. Next person to the block, Rowan
All right.
or
Well,
Mijo.
my favorite color it's blue. To me, yeah, right. It represents to me. Let me fucking finish, infidels. To me, it represents the new beginning to America. Fuck you, Ben.
I'm sorry.
I did it. And I'm gonna bring it deeper because I'm better at this than you are. God.
Better at this than you are. That was a little aggressive.
Get it, Mijo.
Yeah, y'all fucking laughed at me.
Give him the one
I was
before.
laughing too hard.
No, to me, blue it represents the new beginnings that America brings, but also it's some of the sadness that you left behind in your old home.
That's a pretty good one.
Oh, that's good. Good shit, bro.
Oh, it's good.
Jagger. You have a fact for
Um,
us?
Aaron Indiano's favorite food is a chicken quesadilla because it was a common food that his mother made for him as a child.
Hmm.
Write that down.
Get that down.
Very nice. And then Jesse.
Back in Dodge City, where Ellen originally comes from, she was engaged to be married to a powerful politician's oldest son, Simon Parker.
Simon Park. Shut
Good
down.
name.
Simon says, "Don't die."
Was he a
Stop it,
Western
no.
Superman?
Hmm?
Was he a Western superfan? Like Superman?
What?
Let's see, no Taku.
His
The-
last name's Parker.
Yeah, I know that you're trying to make a joke here, but it is falling super flat.
I'm confused. Superman's last name isn't Parker. It's Kent and
You're right.
Spider-Man.
Superhero.
Oh, was
Clark
that the
Kent.
joke that was attempted to be made?
That was the attempted joke, and I understood it, but
I did
I
not.
just
It is Clark Kent.
I was so
It
confused.
was-
That's embarrassing.
I just wasn't gonna let him have it. I wasn't gonna let it make him happy.
I
Caught me
hear
with my
Clark
pants
Parker.
down. Okay, everyone's been given another cursed gold, piece of cursed gold, and so on record, this is what we're planning to be the finale for this arc. And the next arc, we will be transitioning to the new Suede Deadlands rules and universe, which includes a 5-year time skip after this, which we'll get into more detail of how that works probably at the end of the session. As a part of that, there's a new updated adventure deck, and in new system, bennies are no longer limited. So we no longer need cursed gold. So for the players to know, and for me, this session is the last session to use cursed gold and your old adventure cards, as they will not be carried over into the new system.
I do have a question about the adventure cards. What's the difference between the ones that are archived in our inventory and the ones that aren't?
They're old cards. Some of them don't have effects that quite translate into the rules correctly, into like Suede rules. For our purposes, they act exactly the same. It's as if you have 4 cards in your hand.
Okay.
Yeah. Ellen gets bonus points for being the player with the most cursed gold.
It's because I don't ever do anything.
What a mood.
I will be hungrily waiting for your gold.
He's ready to use it on
I
Rowan
know
again.
where you live.
So do I.
I also know where I live.
KB, did you ever receive the pretzels that I sent to you?
What?
Ben, did you receive your shirt?
I did. I love
Such
it.
a good shirt.
It's an amazing shirt.
I have not received pretzels.
This is confusing. I'll ask you about it later.
Some
Okay.
random
Recording.
received pretzels.
Okay. Anyways, last we left off, you guys retrieved the note from the Denver house and your gear from your own house, and began preparing to meet up at midnight in Boot Hill to meet Mr. Romani for the trade deal, the Ghost Rock deal. After you guys prepared in your own ways, including some people heading to the Palace Theater to gamble and get a little bit more money, meeting Deadeye, and ended up getting an arrangement with them along the way. The rest of you reported to Chase and got some advice for him, or from him and for him, I suppose. As well as just get your bearings straight, and then all of you, with new money, headed towards Boot Hill to make the deal. Upon making the deal, it seemed to go pretty swell. One of the hiding spots for Ghost Rock was revealed to you in the fountain, as well as you now have the information that Ghost Rock is hidden throughout Boot Hill. And then you made a proposition to Mr. Romani to that you have more money and you would like some more Ghost Rock if you guys could meet the supplier. Mr. Romani said he would go ask for permission first and left the premises, leaving you with Faye Devane, her gang, and some of Mr. Romani's private men guarding the house. So, we come back into our session, into Denver, into Boot Hill. It is midnight. The fog thickens up the air, makes it a little bit more difficult to see around you. Those who are not within the torchlight of the Fountain of Eden, something like that, God's Garden. Those who are not in the torchlight of the garden cannot be seen much at all. We have a couple people. I believe it is... Let's see how well I recorded this. Rowan and Joe are in the shadows. Aaron is just chilling in the light, but not within the fountain itself. And then Ellen, Howie, and Rose are in the fountain with Miss Devane.
This is a fountain party, ain't it?
All right.
Where?
Hi, I'm Paul.
So,
My name is Jared. I'm 19. I can learn how to read.
Come on, guys. This is the finale. Come on.
Yes, sorry.
we're going to start...
It's been a really long day.
We're going to start with Rowan and Joe. I believe you guys are on the rooftop of one of the nearby crypts. Rowan is in a sniper position, laying prone on the roof, aimed at the different entrances to the fountain, trying to pick up what he can.
I'm also laying low, with my gun ready.
Yeah. So,
Does Joe have a rifle?
I don't have a rifle. I've got a pistol,
You're gonna have
but
some
I have
problems.
I have it ready to go, and I can actually shoot now. So.
yeah. So, Rowan, through your scope, through your sights, aiming at the building. Obviously, the first thing is the guard who's standing at the in the archway entrance to the fountain's building, just keeping an eye out. He doesn't see you, but you have your scope pretty much aimed ready at him. Past him, you can see Rose sitting on a bench within the fountain. You can see little bits of Ellen. You don't see Howie from your current position.
Little bits
And-
of Ellen scattered.
You
I'm already
do
dead.
see Faye Devane come out from the wall. Not physically out from the wall, but from where she was standing.
What?
Yeah, from where she was standing at the hall, she leaves that position to where she is now in your sights, and she sits down on another one of the benches, a cult peacemaker sitting in her lap.
Do I see her too if I look?
Yes.
Rowan's gonna take the aim action on her as long as he's in his sights.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, she's definitely hot.
Well, yeah. Has
She
to be.
is always angry though, so that's a
It's hot.
plus.
Suck her dick.
No, oh my, okay.
Ben hates us.
Our camera
Ben's just
shifts-
disappointed.
Our camera shifts focus, going to an aerial angle of the fountain itself, the building, the men surrounding each entrance, several more men of seemingly lower quality, just pretending to mourn the lost and dead. All these men. And we see Aarón Indiano sitting in one of the torchlights. Aaron, are you doing anything?
Scones?
Can we play the session and not make this a porno, please?
No,
Never.
No.
Okay, he's not saying anything, so I guess we'll move on.
Who, me?
No.
No.
Oh, Aarón Indiano.
Jagger.
Jaeger.
Jaeger.
Attack on
Couldn't
Titan.
hear me.
Pronunciation, me, Joe.
The noise thing, I have to speak louder. Right. I fucking forgot what I was gonna say now, though.
Fuck.
Big
Oh,
F.
damn, I'll do that.
F in the chat.
Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum-bum.
Yeah, go ahead, Dylan. I have no clue what I was gonna say now.
Okay. Alright. Camera moves into the fountain where we see Howie, Ellen, and Rose pretty much waiting with Faye Devane, who's sitting on a separate bench from you guys. Her gun is in her hand, which is in her lap. She's not aiming it at you, but she's definitely keeping eyes on you guys as time moves past. About 20 minutes pass.
Rose would like to just make light conversation, and if Faye seems like she's not interested in any like conversation, then Rose will stop.
Alright. Yeah, so in the first few minutes you try to make conversation, but Faye Devane seems more of a closed book, like she's not interested in talking.
Okay.
And eventually, after later minutes passed, Miss Devane looks around. I'm gonna call her Faye from here on out. Faye looks around a bit. She her leg starts moving up and down a bit, like shaking, in impatience, and she turns back to you guys and just says, "What the hell are you all really here for?"
Well, Miss Devane, I am here because, well, part of what I've told you is true. I am looking for experiment with Ghost Rock. I am looking for Ghost Rocks. I am looking for Ghost Rock to continue my experiments with. But Rose is actually really good with persuasion, so pretend I said it good and not bad.
What a mood.
However, I do have I have some ghost rock back in my lab per se, but I'm looking to try something more interesting. So far, my conclusions have been not satisfactory. I don't know what this accent is. Not satisfactory. And so I was hoping that I could try something a little bigger. Maybe maybe use a little more power, and find out something that would result in either curing either my condition, or maybe, albeit at a very great price, some sort of miracle pill.
Roll a persuasion check at... I'll give you +2.
Got it. Can I quickly finish my story?
Oh, you weren't done?
I
Sorry.
no, I was done, but I paused to think, and I realized I had something cool to say also.
All right. Go ahead and throw it in there.
One thing that the reason I'm doing it in such secrecy is because why are you guys the way you are? I'm just reading the chat. Oh my god.
That's I just looked up and I'm like, what?
One reason is that I'm doing it with so much secrecy is that the amount of ghost rock I'm using is definitely considered dangerous, and I feel like most parties which are interested in what I do would not approve of the way I am doing it. That's why I cannot be forthcoming. But you, Miss Faye Devane, seem to be an individual that does not stick her nose where it does not belong. Okay, now
make a persuasion check at +3.
Did I do it? I did
One more.
it. Oh,
One more.
I do get another one.
Another one.
Perfect.
We will take your 6.
Another one.
Okay. Faye, you can see in her eyes that she believes your story. And she leans back and like hangs her head a bit in what seems like disappointment. Lays holsters her gun again and looks over to Ellen and Howie and be like, that the same for you two?
Well, this is the first time they're hearing of what I'm actually doing. So, I hired them strictly to accompany me here.
Well, I hope they're good shots, because they're not going to be alive much longer. You think a big man like that, and like she just like nods over to where Mr. Romani left. You think he'd be gone for more than 30 minutes?
No, I do not think he would. And something tells me that your instincts are rarely wrong.
No, ma'am, they are not now. She like leans in to like whisper a bit to where the guards immediately at the vicinity can't hear her, which they're not her men. She says, I don't know exactly who you've hired, but I do believe that you might not be involved, but somebody's rightfully ticked them off. And Mr. Romani's looking to cover his tracks. That means you and me. So if you want to get here out of here alive, you best come up with some good plans real quick.
Okay, so here's the part where Ben had not prepared for this and had in fact prepared for other things that are not this. So Ben has to think on the fly, which is never Ben's strong suit.
Ben's fly is always down.
Bruh. I'm wearing a dress right now. Well, one thing I know about, and I assume you know this as well, is Jagger why. one thing that I know about Mr. Romani is that he is not of the human variety. Am I incorrect? She's whispering, by the way.
Faye has a very audible scoff. Just like, ha! You're damn right he's not.
He's a vampire! Confirmed!
And so we have guys that are stationed around here. Not too many, mind you, but we do have one sharpshooter. We have one huckster, and
Wow, you just snitched a big.
Can I make some sort of check, like,
Big
to see if
That
she's
was enormous.
with us?
I think
you
you're nothing.
Do you want to make a notice check to try to read her intentions?
Yeah.
Alright, she's not hiding much currently, so I'm not going to... I'll roll against
Okay.
it, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Just see how tough she is to read in general. Okay. She tied, and a tie goes to the defender.
Okay.
So unfortunately, Faye is not doesn't seem to be trying to hide herself, as far as you can tell. However, Faye, as a person, is practiced in secrets as a gang leader, and you're having trouble reading her exact motions. Plus, she's Irish, and she seems rather hot-headed.
Okay.
Fair enough. Headed, Mijo. Hot-headed.
Damn.
Well, in that case, we've got two main ideas. We can bust out of here, or we can sneak out of here. Which of the two are you thinking?
She says, well, every exit to this place is going to be marked anyways. But, these men are not to be easily trifled with. Mr. Romani picks them good.
That is not surprising. One thing, cameras don't have flash, do they?
They do.
Not in this day and age. They do? How bright?
It's hard to describe. It's kind of like a directional flashbang, but very momentarily.
That is exactly what I wanted. Well, let's see. I don't have my camera on me. Damn it. Fuck, never mind. If I go request to get something from my horse, do you think they would be willing to let me do that?
I suppose you could try.
Mijo.
As I said, I don't know what rightfully has them ticked up, but if you guys have any inclination, I suppose we may be allies from here on out.
All right, Mr. Vane. In that case, I will be right back. And then Rose would like to go approach one of the men who is at the guard.
Yeah.
One of the man at the door. Him with the door guard man.
Yeah. He's like relaxing on the archway, and as you approach, he gets up and stands straight in the archway. And he says, can I help you with something, ma'am?
Yes, sir. I would like to get something from my horse. I believe, hold on, brain working slowly. I have just filled up my last notebook that I carry on me, and I would like to get a new one from my horse, if that would be all right.
Well, if you'd like, we could go get something for you. I believe Mr. Romani was pretty clear that you should stay in the building. If you tell me where to find your horse, I'd be glad to help you get something.
Would it be all right if? Sure. Actually, that would be nice. Can you grab one of my journals? Make sure it's not the empty one. No, make sure it's not one of the full ones. And on second thought, can you grab my camera? I would like to document how much ghost rock I have, so I do not misplace it or know. So I know how much to look for if any of it falls out on the way back.
Roll a persuasion check.
My brain is running so slow, dude.
What a mood.
That or are you okay? Cursed gold, baby.
Okay.
Oh, big Sam, you're gonna fuck me up.
8.
Hey.
Okay. He looks, he kind of like grabs his chin and rubs it for a moment. He says, we usually don't like to keep these, we don't usually like to let these things be documented, but I suppose it's okay. This spot's going to be abandoned afterwards anyways.
All right, thank you so much, mister.
Where's your horse?
I describe where my horse is because Ben forgot.
Is it over where Rowan is, or is it somewhere else? I believe Rowan actually went around to find a different vantage point.
Yeah, Rowan went around.
Okay.
It's somewhere.
Yeah, so it's somewhere in the darkness.
Yeah.
In the opposite direction of Rowan.
I describe where the horse is in great detail.
Yeah. And that man begins heading off towards the horses. Our camera shifts back over to Rowan and Joe. Rowan, through your scopes, you see one of the men on the other side of the building begins walking into the darkness where you know the party's horses are.
Did he see him
at the
talk
same...
to Rose?
Hmm?
Did he see him talk to Rose?
Roll a notice.
Okay.
So it'll be at -2.
Can I roll a notice too?
So it's
I'm also
average. It's
looking.
normal because I get
Yeah,
plus
yours
2.
is normal because of your danger sense. Joe, you could also roll if you'd like. Or you can support.
Fog.
I suppose you can roll. We'll take the higher and the lower. We'll support it. With an 8, I don't know if it's necessary. 15. Okay. So that's collective
I've got
17.
Good notice.
Okay, so yeah, you've seen everything. You've seen Faye sit down, converse in some way with Rose. With your notice roll, you know that Faye is clearly nervous. She's clearly on edge. She's clearly nervous. And then Rose goes up, talks to one of the goons. They talk for a little while, and then the goon heads off towards your horses.
I'm gonna lean over to Rowan and whisper, "Who do you think that woman is?"
It's free real estate.
I don't know, but she's looking mighty nervous to me.
Does look nervous, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And
At the
you're
same
avoiding
time,
the madness.
you see smoke in the distance, steadily coming closer at a rather alarming rate.
Smoke or dust?
We
Smoke.
need to go.
Oh. Do you
We need
see
to-
that there in the distance?
Yeah, I
That's-
see it. We
That's
need
not
to
normal.
get out of here. We need to get out of here.
You want to warn them? I think I'll keep my
Mr.
safe points here.
Blaze it up.
I think.
How do we get the? How do we tell the others without alarming the goons, though?
We should have thought of that before we split off. Yeah.
I think we actually tried. We were gonna decide on like a code word or like a
Right.
motion, but then we
We didn't
decided
do that.
we'd just shoot if something went wrong.
That was the dumbest decision. Why did we
I-
say that?
I guess we're waiting and shooting, because
Um,
unless you want to run over there screaming, there's not
You
much else we can
see-
do.
You see the smoke enter Boot Hill, like the gates of Boot
Okay,
Hill, and you
I'm
see
gonna-
lights.
I'm gonna climb down the edge of the building as quietly as I possibly can, and I'm gonna sneak over and try to sneak up behind that guy that went towards the horses and shoot him in the back of the head.
Okay, roll a stealth check. If this succeeds, you will get the drop on him.
Or you could, like whisper like at the door to let us know.
I'll let Rowan do that.
Rowan's not moving.
This check has succeeded with a raise.
Yes.
Let me pull up the rules for the drop. You are shooting him in the head.
You get plus
Yeah.
4 to
Making a
attack and damage roll for
Called
the action.
shot.
Pretty point blank.
It's plus 4 to damage and attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so with a raise, I'm going to say you have time to aim first to negate the penalty for the called shot. So you begin sneaking your way over. This man goes over to the horse and he's like, all right, which one of these would have a camera? Like begins searching through them, and while he's
Do I
like
hear
digging
him say
through,
camera?
you hear camera,
Wait,
and then
no.
you
I won't get the camera.
You know he's looking at Rose's horse, and specifically, he's looking in her package. He's looking for the notebook right now. And you're able to sneak
Okay.
up, aim at his head.
Because if I heard him say camera, Joe will remember that.
Okay. You sneak up, you aim at his head. Do you fire?
Bang.
Bang. All right, go
Bang.
ahead
Indeed.
and make an attack roll, a shooting roll.
Because if I don't, I'm.
You get plus 4.
Sure.
She gets +4 to damage.
And attack.
It's just
The drop.
damage. Oh, the drop might be.
Plus 4 to your attack and
Yes,
damage
you
roll
do
for the
get
action.
+4 from the drop.
Oh, okay, so 9.
That is a hit and a raise. Because actually, let me check real quick. Because you
Whoops.
are in dark lighting.
That was the wrong button.
But your aim would negate that penalty. Okay. Yes, that is a hit and a raise. So, I need you to roll shooting. You get to add the bonus die, roll the damage, add your bonus die, and then you get to add +4 on top of that.
So I roll shooting again.
Yes. No, you're rolling damage.
Oh.
So you are about to cap this man in the back of the head.
Oh, I do have a shotgun. I forgot. Nah, I was using my pistol anyway.
Okay. So everyone hears the gunshot go off. Bam! The bullet sinks straight into the back of his head, and this man just immediately crumples on the horse.
Like, okay, he said camera, and I immediately start looking in the in the saddlebag for the camera.
The camera is on its own camera bag.
We are
Okay.
going to enter initiative.
Can we assume that I filled Faye in on our plan?
You don't have a plan. Unless you had a different plan, if you want to mention that.
I don't think we
Well,
have
just like that, we're gonna sprint to the horses as soon as something goes down.
Was that a
okay,
plan?
more goons.
Yeah, that's as much of a plan as I could come up with in the moment.
Faker.
I mean, if we could group them together, that would be great. Like, get them all within, like, 3 squares or so. You know, one of those type of deals.
I need to move some tokens
You know,
around on
surround
this
them and
map.
corner them.
I mean, I'm not
What
sure
character
Okay.
sheet am I using?
there's a corner to do that with, but...
Your old one.
So, at the same time, because Joe, it would have taken you a while to sneak around.
Yeah.
At the same time, Rowan, you see 2 steam wagons roar up and then stop, and figures begin coming out. And one guy comes off from on top, and he yells out, a steam wagon. It is a infernal device. It is a wagon that is not pulled by any horse.
Oh gosh.
It's pulled by some kind of motor.
Straight up witchcraft.
Oh God, what the hell is
Yeah.
this?
Green fog burns up from on top of the wagon. These men come out. And you see, how many of them are there? 5 people come out. Each of them have a red X on their chest because they're the X Squad.
Killbud.
For one of them, you see this humanoid figure completely clad in metal come down from the cart. The cart physically lifts off the ground from his weight as he lands and starts like looking around. And then one person comes out and walks in between him, and he yells to God's garden, to people inside. He yells, "Mr. Vane, a little Romani bird told me I could find you here. I'm here to collect your bounty." And that is where we will enter initiative.
Oh God.
Joe, this is a very familiar voice. Now I gotta add the X Squad back in.
Brenna actually just froze.
How much light is in the? It doesn't matter because I don't have the. I keep saying flashbang, but it's actually a camera. Because I don't have the camera.
All right, let's deal
Jagger.
initiative. We will sort. Rowan has a king, so I don't have to worry about that. Let me check the rest of them because I have a lot of stat blocks to look at.
I have a lot of shit open, so I can't see what I got.
Can I roll initiative? That's something I have the power
It's dealt
to
to
do.
you.
No.
Yeah, fuck you.
Hey, so I can see the enemies, but not our initiative. Is that normal?
That's because you're not on the right page. Yeah, I'm gonna move you guys over in a moment.
Gotcha.
Okay, got it. Phew.
All right, so we will move you guys over to the Boot Hill map.
Oh boy.
Joe, you are over here on the side with a now dead guard. I'm not even gonna roll vigor for him. He's just dead.
Damn right.
You can be off to the side because you would have had time to get there. Okay. Rowan, you are the first to act. You are actually on this roof up here.
Yeah, I found myself.
Yeah. Rowan, through your scope, the building is small enough that you can see some of the men past it. You cannot see the man in the middle who is talking, unfortunately, from your current position. I don't think.
I can see Clyde.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
He's right
okay.
on the edge.
Yeah. So you see this man come out, the Corinthian ghost steel helmet. He has a duster. He has some kind of red apron on. In fact, all of them have this red apron. And he has this gauntlet that has blades coming out of it. These green glowing blades coming out of this gauntlet on his wrist.
Bro, this man's a bionicle.
And you see some of the figures that you can't see the metal figure that climbed out. But the figures that you can see, they're all in very similar outfits, though they have their own stylistic opinions on them. They're carrying different gear. One of them is carrying a shotgun. One of them's carrying a carbine rifle, and one of them is carrying a flamethrower.
We're so fucked.
Who's the biggest threat? That's the question. Is it the flamethrower or the rifle?
Wait, hold on.
Joe,
Bud.
roll notice for me.
Me?
No, Joe.
Okay, I don't
Oh,
hear you.
sorry, I didn't hear you say Joe. Somebody else is on my Wi-Fi at home, so it's a little spotty. Notice is pretty good. Well, that fucking sucks. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use a curse gold to redo that because I have.
Faye is going to use one of her private bennies to re-roll initiative. In fact, I need to pull up her bennies. All right, she'll use the red one. So she's gonna pull. Let's see.
It's a little better.
Queen and an ace. She will take the ace. What did I fuck up?
That's the opposite of what I wanted. It's the exact direction I didn't want them to be coming from.
Alright, well, I apparently lost the ace, so I guess she'll take the queen. Nope, that threw it on the field for some reason. Is that what happened to my ace? Is what happened to the ace? Everything's going wrong.
KB, no, I believe in you.
Yeah,
You're acing it.
Bruh.
Go die.
KB's disappointed, or Ben's disappointed sigh.
No, that one was actually pretty good. Bro, this man's getting a negative Yelp review. Tried to kill his customers. What an idiot.
Yeah, what fucking man.
Alright, 7 on your notice roll. Something is different about Clyde McIntyre's voice.
No.
You can't quite place what's wrong with it. It's more...
If you tell me it's mechanical, I'm gonna beat your ass.
It's
It's
rough.
got a metallic.
It's more
It's
rough.
rough?
Rough.
Okay, so, Rowan, you do not go first anymore because I re-rolled Faye's action card. I need to pull some more bennies for some of the other characters because Clyde is a wild card, so he gets his own bennies. And we'll keep Faye's bennies just right over here. All right. So, Faye is gonna immediately inside. She's gonna say, "Fuck!" Like she's gonna get up and she's just going to move to this wall, and she will. She's gonna try to taunt Clyde. She's gonna be like, not a taunt, but just try to distract. She's gonna say like, "And who do I have the pleasure of being hunted by today?" She is going to make just a persuasion against him. which she is attractive, so she gets a +1 bonus.
Fog.
Clyde has to fight persuasion with spirit. Okay. Clyde is distracted. He responds, oh, no, nobody much. Just the Wasatch Corporation. We do want to know where you're hiding that ghost rock. So, Faye Devane's turn is going to be holding an action. She's going to hold to fire at Clyde should things begin to go south. She kind of looks at the rest of you in the building like, new plan, what is it? Like, cocks her hammer on her gun.
South real fast.
Perfect. This is what I was hoping for. She didn't immediately start shooting.
Rowan is.
Yeah. So that is her turn. So for you guys, you can choose to get involved, or you could technically leave this entirely. If you do, Faye Devane is almost certainly going to be captured.
I don't want Faye Devane captured because she knows about my quote-unquote plan.
Also, she hot.
That's super fake.
Do I have any sort of attachment?
Do you have any sort of attachment?
Yeah, do I have any actual reason to be involved, like, as a character? Because I'm not certain, honestly.
That's up to you.
I don't think so. Okay. I was just making sure she wasn't one of my allies. Like...
She's not specifically an ally, though there's a chance she could be. There's no telling. You haven't heard the conversation that happened inside. All you know is shit's going down, and they seem to want Faye. They don't seem to be after you guys specifically. So, Rowan, you guys are allowed to strategize if you want, but it is Rowan's turn.
Rowan's gonna shoot at the flamethrower.
Okay. You are making a cold shot.
Rip negotiations.
Oh, he's shooting at the flamethrower. He's shooting the head. He's going for a headshot.
Okay.
It's called shot, but it's a headshot.
Gotcha. Okay. So I believe your aim negates this penalty.
Yes, for the first round.
So for a head,
it's -4 or 5 if they have a helmet.
It's also because of the light. It's very dark out here.
Okay.
So let me see. He is just in dim light. So that's only a -2 penalty, which is -6 total. I believe you cancel 6 points with your aim.
I do.
Okay.
They also
so
get an extra 2 points because of range. They're at 140 out, right? So I'm at -2.
I didn't actually account for
away.
aim. They're 140? That should be long range for you, right?
Yeah, it's out of long range.
It's out of long range. It's in extreme range?
Yes.
Okay, so you're making a shot at -8 then.
Total?
Yes.
So 2 right now.
No,
So it's-
-8 after your 6 aim is reduced.
Oh shit! What?
Yeah. Might want to take that shot.
How?
It's a called shot to the head gives you -4 on the attack. The dim light gives you -2, and then being extreme range gives you -8.
Gives -8.
Yes.
Damn. Okay. So let's get rid of that called shot and make it -4. Shooting at him.
Just shooting at his torso.
Shoot and then reload, yeah.
Is it -8, like all of them added together, or are those individual debuffs?
They're individual debuffs that add up to -14. His aim gives him +6, so the total negative is -8.
I do have a +1 because of trademark weapon.
So -7. So in this case, because you got rid of called shot, it's -3.
Which is still a miss. I would like to hit, so I'm going to use Benny.
Okay.
Just the blue one.
Are you using
white
it to
one.
add a
Wait.
D6 or okay, White Benny?
White Benny's bad, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
White
where
Benny's
did you
just
throw?
reroll.
Where
Okay.
did you throw
yeah,
the
reroll.
There it is.
There it goes.
10 minus 3, 10, 9, 8, 7. 7 will hit. What is the armor piercing on your weapon?
Oh shit. I think it's 2. 2. Yeah.
Okay, so you will completely... Alright, you will pierce through their armor entirely. Go ahead and roll damage.
Wow.
You can use a Benny to reroll damage if you would wish.
Is that
Yeah,
2 1
still-
for damage? Oh,
It's
7.
a 7 and a 1.
That's not too bad,
Um,
actually.
I think
That's
I'll
just
take
slightly
that,
below
'cause-
average.
Yeah. I'll take that.
Okay, so with 8 damage, that guy is shaken. And that's it. So yeah, you fire at it, it fires into his vest. You see the bullet with a loud ricochet noise bounce off of the apron. And he's like, ah! Like, clearly surprised at being fired at first. All the other guys around him kind of like laugh at him. Like, ha, you got hit first, loser. All right, anything else in your turn? You've got movement.
Just how
if you
high
want.
up am I on the building?
No more than 10 feet.
So I take damage if you just jumped?
I would make you roll for it. I don't think there's a high chance of you taking damage. I think it would just be an athletics roll.
Okay. Yeah, he'll just roll off then.
Okay, make athletics. I'm gonna give you +1 on this because I don't think it's that hard. Yeah.
5.
You leap down from
Alright.
the roof.
So, oh shit.
You did have to use half movement to stand up, or 2 units. I think it was 2 units of movement to
2
stand up.
units.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right here.
Is your movement
Alright.
9?
What? Did I count wrong? 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
I see what you're doing. Never mind. I see what you're doing. You were counting the 1, 2. I got it. Okay.
That's it.
Is that it on your turn?
Yeah.
All right, Ellen. So you all heard a shot go off in one direction. You hear the men arrive. You hear Clyde McIntyre say his speech, and then you hear the Rowan's rifle go off.
All right.
So basically, fucking chaos.
Rowan, from your current position, I believe you can see the metal man. For those who can see him, he looks like this.
Wait, what?
Mhm.
I remember you working on this. I did see it. I just didn't remember.
Brenna, big mad.
She came up
Is
when
this
I
one a
was creating the
flamethrower
stat
or a
block.
Gatling gun?
That is a Gatling gun.
Fuck.
Cool.
Either way, we're fucked.
Cool.
Where?
Show me what you guys are made of.
I am made of flesh and bones that are going to get hurt by that.
I am made of stressy and anxiety. I don't know what you want from me.
All right, Ellen, what are you up to?
So Ellen truly does not know what the fuck is happening. So, she's going to move to the opposite side of the door here from Faye. And she's going to hold her action for when Faye shoots.
Okay. Also, Ellen, as you're moving, you get a quick glimpse at the 3 goons who were left over from Romani, and they seem confused as if they don't know which direction of the fight they're going to be taking yet.
Okay.
All right. Also, on Faye's turn, I forgot to mention, on Faye's turn, she yells out to all of her men to take arms. Because they're also around the place. Alright, so what was the trigger for your held action?
Whenever Faye starts shooting.
Okay. Alright. Clyde McIntyre goes next. He's just gonna walk up. He doesn't have a lot he wants to do. He walks up, he lights a cigarette and begins smoking it. And he just looks at his men, signals them forward, looks at the automaton, and says, "Sentry mode. Look out for threats." Okay.
Fuck
That is
guy.
his turn. Aaron.
Jesus, Jesse, go to the bathroom.
Do you guys want to go to a bathroom break before we go further?
I mean, from fright, y'all. It's a joke.
I mean, I kind of do have to go to the bathroom. Let's take our first break here, and we'll come back to it. Because I actually do have to go to the bathroom.
Mijo. Is that a crayon?
Yeah. We will see you guys
that a
soon
carrot?
after the break.
Is that a weed?
I'll take. Is that
I'm
a
calling
weed,
the police.
Mijo?
Mijo's eating a
We're
crayon.
funny with the